As the movie opens, we see Kong on a green island. He awakes with the sunrise and takes a bath, and then we see a little girl there whose name is Gia. Kong likes her so much and they are fast friends. Kong accepts everything she says, but this girl can speak and hear. Then we see a man whose name is Walter Simmons, the owner of Apex Company, and a man named Bernie works for Apex Company. He doubts that his company is designing a thing that should not be made and he steals the data of the company. He comes to know that this company is shifting a huge object to Hong Kong. As he was stealing the data, the alarm starts ringing there. It was an alarm that Godzilla is coming to attack the company. Godzilla comes out of the sea and starts destroying everything. Godzilla has nuclear power and he destroys the whole company using his powers. The news that Godzilla had arrived spread quickly throughout the entire world. The owner of the Apex Company tells everyone that his company is working on a project. They will succeed in making a device that will kill Godzilla forever. A girl named Madison Russell also watches this news. She also comes to know that Bernie is also in that building on which Godzilla attacked. She goes to meet her dad. She doesn't believe in Godzilla's offensive behavior because she knew him very well. She says Godzilla can't hurt anyone because he helps and saves people. Her father explains to her that these creatures are just like humans. They can also change their moods as well. After this, Madison leaves and listens to Bernie broadcast. In the next scene, we see Walter Simmons meets a doctor named Nathan Lind with a man. In fact, Dr. Nathan is a scientist. Walter tells him that your concept of the Hollow Earth is absolutely accurate. This is the place where Titans are born. In fact, Dr. Nathan had written a book about another Earth called Hollow Earth which exists beneath the Earth. This Earth is hidden and no one can see it. It is a source of energy for Titans. The man with Walter Simmons informs Dr. Nathan that we have discovered an energy source within the Hollow Earth. This Hollow Earth is beneath our ground. As we take energy from the sun, the Titans take energy from the Hollow Earth. If they succeed in finding the energy, they will be able to kill Godzilla. Walter asks Nathan to help them, but Nathan tells him that my brother tried to go there a few years ago, but he didn't get out of there and died because gravity was zero on the Hollow Earth. Everything starts flying in the air. Walter asks Dr. Nathan not to worry about this because his company made an anti-gravity car. He says that we'll go to the Hollow Earth with its help. He asks him to lead this mission. Dr. Nathan agrees and tells them that every Titan has the ability to find his own home. After this, Dr. Nathan meets his doctor friend Andrews. Andrews takes care of Kong and Nathan tries to explain to her that we should send Kong to his house. His home is Hollow Earth and we can't keep him here for long. If he gets out of here, Godzilla will attack him. Kong is only safe on Hollow Earth. After some discussion, Andrews agrees, and they take Kong with their army to the Hollow Earth. Here we see a new character of the film, Maya Simmons. She is the daughter of Walter Simmons and she came here to provide them anti-gravity cars. The army officer tells Dr. Andrews that we are going through that ways which Godzilla does not know. She tells him that we have to be careful because Kong and Godzilla are ancient rivals of each other. She tells him that their forefathers had been in a great war with each other. She says if they fight then Kong will never bow to anyone because I have been studying Kong for 10 years. The scene shifts and we see Madison and she goes to meet Bernie with her friend. Bernie tells them that the company is making a huge thing. That thing will be shifted to Hong Kong. Godzilla didn't like this, therefore he destroyed the company. After this, we see that an alarm begins to sound inside the ship where Kong was located. Gia informs Dr. Andrews that Godzilla is coming and Dr. Andrews says that as Godzilla is coming outside, we should free and unchain Kong as well, so that he competes with Godzilla and saves us from him. Finally, Godzilla comes outside and he is moving forward to them by destroying a ship. When Kong gets to know that Godzilla is coming, he starts growling loudly and they launch rockets and missiles at Godzilla, but it doesn't harm Godzilla. Godzilla destroys their planes and moves towards Kong's ship. Godzilla makes their ship upside down. Due to this, Kong and many people on the ship start getting drowned in the sea. Then Dr. Nathan unties Kong's chains and Kong fights with Godzilla and saves them. Then there is a heavy fight between Godzilla and Kong throws Godzilla deep in the sea. Then Kong straightens the slanted ship and saves the people. Godzilla gets up once again and he moves towards the ship where that little girl is. Kong jumps from one ship to another and reaches the ship where Godzilla was coming. Kong punches Godzilla really hard and Godzilla also punches him back and Kong falls down. Kong rises once again and attacks Godzilla and throws him into the sea. Godzilla gets angry and he uses its nuclear powers. Kong jumps into the water to save his life. They begin to fight in the sea. Godzilla can breathe in the water but Kong can't breathe in the water and Kong seems to be defeated. Godzilla is taking Kong into the depths of the sea to kill him. Dr. Andrews says that we should help Kong otherwise Godzilla will kill him. They blast many missiles into the sea and Kong comes out from the water to save his life. Godzilla again moves towards them to attack. Dr. Nathan orders to turn everything off, so that Godzilla thinks that we are dead and defeated. Then, they turn everything off and Godzilla looks at Kong angrily, and then leaves from there. Dr. Andrews says that if we move forward, Godzilla will acknowledge that we are alive and he will attack us again. Dr. Nathan says that we will take Kong by flying him up. The scene shifts and we see Madison who enters Apex Company with her friends. She wanted to check the thing that this company was making, upon which Godzilla felt aggressive and attacked. There they find huge eggs of an animal and their door gets locked. In fact, the place where they are locked is a car. It is taking them to Hong Kong along with the eggs. On the other hand, The army manages to transport Kong to the entrance of the Hollow Earth. They ask Kong to enter the underground world, but Kong refuses to go and stands firm. They decide that they will ask the girl to force him to go there because he didn't refuse that girl. Kong would be made aware that your family and many other creatures are present there. Kong agrees to go to the Hollow Earth cave and they follow Kong in their anti-gravity cars. It is a wonderful world, and as they have anti-gravity cars, so their life is safe. Many kinds of monsters are here in the Hollow Earth. Suddenly, a flying monster attacks their anti-gravity car. It was about to attack that girl, but Kong kills him and detaches his head. After this, Kong moves forward and everyone follows him. There is no gravity on Hollow Earth, therefore everything is flying in the air. On the other hand, Madison and her friends reach Hong Kong. They get to know about a secret weapon there. Apex Company has made a Mechagodzilla to kill Godzilla. They are checking Mechagodzilla's powers and a Skullcrawler is left there. Mechagodzilla kills the Skullcrawler using his powers, but the issue is that they needed more power to run Mechagodzilla, and that power is only in the Hollow Earth. That's why, the company's owner was searching for an energy source so that he could give life to Mechagodzilla again. As Mechagodzilla becomes active, Godzilla feels it and he starts moving towards Hong Kong where that Mechagodzilla is. The Hollow Earth is very beautiful and has an energy source in its mountain. Kong moves there and opens its door and growls. Kong finds an axe there made of Godzilla's body and sits at a place with this axe like a king. Godzilla reaches Hong Kong and now he is moving to Mechagodzilla. The people start running to save his life. Kong finds the energy source there and he finds out that it can charge his axe too, because his axe works only when it is fully charged and becomes more powerful. Godzilla gets to know that someone has come there, so he throws his nuclear power on the ground and that nuclear power pierces the ground and reaches Kong. Maya Simmons sends a sample of this energy to the company so that they activate the Mechagodzilla. Dr. Andrews forbade her to do this, but she doesn't listen to her. As she begins to flee, Kong destroys her car. Kong gets ready to fight Godzilla holding his axe and comes to Hong Kong and he attacks Godzilla with his axe and gets stuck in the building. Godzilla falls down on Kong and they fight a lot. Godzilla tries to kill Kong many times using his nuclear powers, but Kong fights with bravery and survives every time. Then Kong attacks Godzilla with his axe and he gets injured. Godzilla becomes aggressive and throws Kong away using his nuclear powers, but Kong stops that power using his axe. They keep on fighting for a long time, as Godzilla was very powerful, so it seemed that Kong would get defeated. Godzilla injures Kong and throws him there, and then he starts growling by putting his feet on his chest. Kong also growls in reply and Godzilla leaves Kong there. Kong stands while staggering and tries to attack them, but due to injury he falls down. On the other side, Walter Simmons discovers the energy source that will allow him to activate Mechagodzilla. Mechagodzilla is huge and more powerful than Godzilla. Mechagodzilla controls everything and kills Walter Simmons and his assistant. Then Mechagodzilla comes outside breaking the wall and begins to destroy everything around him. When Godzilla sees Mechagodzilla, he moves forward to kill him and they fight a lot. As Mechagodzilla is so powerful, he hits Godzilla and Godzilla looks defeated. Mechagodzilla hits Godzilla many times and he falls down. Madison and Bernie try to turn off the power of Mechagodzilla, but all the machines are locked. On the other hand, we see injured Kong listens to Kong's heartbeat. She tells Dr. Andrews that he is going to end soon. Dr. Andrews tells Dr. Nathan that we will have to give Kong an electric shock to save his life. Then they give him an electric shock using their anti-gravity car. Kong shakes and he is now alive and conscious. Gia tells Kong that Godzilla isn't our enemy, but our friend. So go and help him. Kong goes to save Godzilla from Mechagodzilla. Mechagodzilla is about to kill Godzilla when Kong arrives there and attacks on Mechagodzilla. Kong saves him and Godzilla understands that Kong and I will have to fight with him together. Mechagodzilla is so powerful that it proves to be heavy on both of them. Kong finds his axe, but unfortunately, it wasn't charged. Despite this, Kong uses his axe and attacks Mechagodzilla. Mechagodzilla is about to kill Kong when he stops him. Madison and Bernie are unable to deactivate the machine, so they put water on it. Mechagodzilla is turned off for a while. Godzilla charges Kong's axe using his nuclear powers. Kong is powerful now and he destroys Mechagodzilla. He breaks his feet and hands and separates every part of his body, and then he detaches his head as well. As Mechagodzilla is dead now, everything gets back to its normal. Madison's dad comes there and he finds his daughter there. Madison tells his dad that Bernie saves our lives, and introduces Bernie with her dad. On the other hand, Godzilla stands up and growls once again. Kong takes out his axe and gets ready to fight with Godzilla. They don't fight because they helped each other and Godzilla returns to the sea. In this way the movie ends. Bundles of thanks for watching.